Well, welcome back to Weekend Morning. I probably don't have to tell you twice, but it is cold outside. Right now, here's a live look at the National Fairgrounds in Perry. You can see people are already enjoying their morning routine, driving down the roads, but I'm sure they're having a little bit of trouble trying to control their steering wheel, especially if they're going at high speeds because it is super windy. Right now, the American flag is just blowing in the wind. In Perry, it's 32 degrees, but feeling more like the teens. That's because we have sustained winds, not gusts, sustained winds at 23 miles an hour this morning. All of those winds are bringing down all of the cold air into central Georgia, so we're staying cold for your 9 a.m. Right now in Macon, 32 degrees, 30 in Monticello, 31 in Forsyth. As you head a little bit to your south and east, you're seeing a few of the mid to upper 30s, but still a very cold one at that. But once you pair it with the wind gusts, you're talking feels like temperatures, how it feels to your skin, in the teens across the area. Some 20s in there. Maybe if you're lucky, you're like our friends in McRae who are feeling more like the low 30s, but still, you're going to want to need the heavy jacket as you head throughout the rest of your day. Now, pair that cold, dry, windy conditions all together and you get red flag warning. So across north and central Georgia, we're underneath the red flag warning until 7 p.m. tonight. This is to say that you do not want to burn anything outside because it could have the potential to spark some uncontrollable fires. It might be the day that you want to go out and have a bonfire and do some s'mores with your friends. I would prefer y'all to keep it inside in the chimney, in the fireplace for today. You probably want to stay inside anyways because of how cold it is. Through your mid-morning, temperatures only be in the 30s, but if you're heading out this afternoon, still bundle up. You probably will need a hat and scarf too. Temperatures will only rise into the low 40s across the area. As we head towards tonight, if you're going to a Taste of Macon beer concert, it will still be cold, especially if you're holding those beer glasses. You want to have some gloves. Temperatures will be in the 30s across the region. Now heading into Sunday, we're going to see temperatures starting off into the 20s, but at least we'll have a very nice warm up. So again, today temperatures will be in the low to mid 40s, but at least we'll have plenty of sunshine. Heading into tomorrow, we'll have a very cold morning. Temperatures in the 20s, but we'll rise into the mid 50s for a very sunny and very mild day. And that's the first day of our warm up for the next 7 days. Here's a look at your afternoon highs. You can see we're going to actually spike into the 60s, feeling more like springtime here in central Georgia. We're going to rise into the upper 60s, maybe even some low 70s south of Macon as we head into Thursday. And then as we head towards Friday, we're dropping off into the 50s. Why is that? Because we have a cold front. Once you get ahead of the cold front, you get really warm air and behind it, really cold air. So here is the long range model showing us what this cold front will do over the next 4 to 7 days. As that cold front starts to approach the area, it somewhat stalls there in the mid-south, so a lot of rain will be concentrated to our west. Most of the rain really won't come our way until we start heading towards Thursday morning, and that rain is going to be persistent as we head into your Thursday and Friday. Now the GFS and your models are not agreeing right now on where we're really going to see this rain and what timing, but you can expect rain as we head from Wednesday into Friday. So keep the umbrella on you, but at least you won't need a heavy coat because temperatures will still be in the 60s. Now as we head towards next weekend, that's where we start to drop off again into the 50s. So a very cold and windy day today. Again, the red flag warning is in effect until 7 p.m. tonight, so make sure to keep all fires indoors. And as we head towards tomorrow, we start a warming trend. Temperatures will rise into the mid 50s before we head to the 60s before we head towards Groundhog's Day. Maybe this is a sign that spring is coming early. But even with the cold weather, let's not forget about our furry friends. There's some things we should do to make sure our pets are staying warm and cozy as we are. Chances are, if it's cold outside, your pets are cold too. So you can bring them inside, and if you can't bring animals inside, you should always make sure they have a warm, dry, covered area to rest.